Every masterpiece begins the same way, not with applause, not with perfection, but with a single spark. Right now, you're looking at something most people would never notice, a glowing mass of molten glass, no recognizable shape, no polished finish, nothing that suggests what it's about to become. To most eyes, it's simply hot glass, but to a true craftsman, it's unlimited possibility. Watch closely, because what you're about to witness isn't just a transformation, it's the story of creation itself. Fire has always represented power. It can destroy entire forests, it can melt steel, it can reduce cities to ashes. Yet in the hands of someone who understands it, fire becomes something completely different. It becomes a tool, a partner, a force capable of creating beauty instead of destruction. And that's exactly what's happening here. This glowing glass isn't fighting the flames, it's working with them. Every second inside the heat changes its future. Every movement shapes its destiny. Look carefully, nothing happens by accident. Every turn is intentional. Every adjustment is measured. Every touch has meaning. It may appear effortless, but behind every smooth motion are thousands of hours of practice, years of mistakes, years of learning, years of patience. Because mastery isn't something you're born with, it's something you earn, one day at a time, one failure at a time, one improvement at a time. Notice how the glass moves, almost like it's alive, soft, flexible, constantly changing. It never stays the same for long. That's the challenge. The craftsman isn't shaping something solid, they're shaping something that's always moving, always flowing, always changing. That means every decision matters. Wait too long. The glass cools, move too quickly. The shape is lost. There are no second chances, no reset button, only precision, only timing, only experience. This is why glassmaking has fascinated people for centuries, because it feels impossible. And yet, here it is, happening right before your eyes. Look at the glow. That brilliant orange isn't just beautiful, it's information. It tells the craftsman exactly how the glass is behaving. Too bright, it's too hot, too dark. It's becoming difficult to shape. Every color speaks, every reflection tells a story. Most of us only see beauty. The artist sees instructions. That's the difference experience makes. The tools matter, the fire matters, the temperature matters. But above everything else, the person holding the glass matters most, because tools don't create masterpieces. People do. Watch the shape carefully. It still doesn't resemble the final creation, not yet. Right now, it looks uncertain, unfinished, almost random. But that's often how greatness begins. Before every building, there were scattered materials. Before every painting, there was a blank canvas. Before every masterpiece, there was uncertainty. Transformation is never instant. It unfolds, one careful decision after another. The most incredible part isn't the ending, it's the process. Because this is where imagination becomes reality. This is where ideas stop being thoughts and become something you can actually hold. The glass doesn't know what it's becoming. Only the craftsman does. That's vision. Seeing the finished masterpiece long before anyone else can. And that is where true artistry begins. The transformation has only just begun. At this point, the glass is still changing with every passing second. One small movement can completely alter the final result. That's what makes this process so incredible. Nothing here is left to chance. Every rotation has a reason. Every adjustment is carefully planned before it ever happens. The craftsman isn't guessing. Years of experience guide every decision. Look closely at how the glowing surface reacts. The fire keeps the glass soft enough to shape, but it won't stay that way forever. Time is always moving. The heat slowly begins to fade. Every second becomes more valuable than the last. That's why the movements become more confident, more deliberate, more precise. This isn't speed, it's control. Real craftsmanship isn't about working fast. It's about knowing exactly when to move. The smallest detail can change everything. A gentle turn, a slight stretch, a careful touch with a tool. Individually, they seem insignificant. Together, they create something extraordinary. This is where patience becomes visible. Many people think masterpieces appear in one perfect moment, but that's never the truth. Every masterpiece is built from hundreds of tiny decisions, each one almost invisible on its own. Yet together they create something unforgettable. Watch how the shape slowly begins to reveal itself. What once looked like a glowing mass now starts developing character. Lines become cleaner, curves become smoother, the proportions finally begin to balance. This is the turning point, the moment where imagination becomes reality. Every movement now carries confidence, not because the work is easy, but because the craftsman knows exactly what the glass needs. That kind of understanding doesn't happen overnight. It comes from years of practice, years of failure, years of trying again. That's the hidden story behind every masterpiece. You only see the finished result. You rarely see the thousands of hours that made it possible, and perhaps that's why moments like these feel so satisfying. You're witnessing something most people never stop to appreciate, creation in its purest form. No shortcuts, no tricks, just heat, skill, patience, and unwavering precision. The fire continues to dance across the surface. The glow slowly changes, the shape becomes stronger, the details begin to emerge. Little by little, the masterpiece introduces itself, not all at once, but one perfect moment at a time. But the journey isn't over. In fact, this is where the real challenge begins. The closer the glass gets to its final form, the less room there is for error. One movement too far, 1 second too late, and everything changes. That's the weight of true craftsmanship. It's not just about creating something beautiful, it's about protecting every decision that came before it. Watch the glass as it continues to spin. The glow slowly begins to soften. The shape becomes more confident. Every curve finds its place. Every detail starts telling the same story. A story of patience, a story of precision, a story that can't be rushed. Notice how calm the craftsman remains. No wasted motion, no hesitation, only complete focus. That's what years of experience look like. Not speed, not force, just quiet confidence. The tools touch the glass with incredible precision. Sometimes the smallest adjustment creates the biggest difference, a slight turn, a gentle stretch, a careful press. Each one leaves a permanent mark. This is where the masterpiece earns its identity, no longer just molten glass, but something with purpose, something unique, something that only moments ago existed only in imagination. And that's the beauty of creation. You don't witness the masterpiece in a single instant. You witness hundreds of tiny moments coming together as one. Every movement you've seen, every second of patience, every careful decision has led to this very point. Now the transformation feels complete. The fire has played its role. The vision has become reality. And all that's left is the moment everyone waits for, the reveal,